Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. Please enjoy the show.
It's the corner where the treats
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you landed here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We got to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfare.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. I am Marcus Dash, and JD will be joining us shortly while he's on vacation. As you guys know, he was, had a lovely scenic background on Monday, but I'm sure he's having a good time. He'll be joining us shortly. He's getting everything set up over there. And this will be the last time you guys see me till, I won't be back here until Monday the 28th will be the next time you guys see me. I'll be gone tomorrow. I am docking out of Baltimore, taking a cruise, going to Bermuda. So it's going to be a good time. Tage will be going with me as well. He flew in from California a couple days ago, so I'll be doing that. But, JD will be holding down the fort next Monday and Wednesday, so set your calendar, set your alarm clocks, because Chief Concerns Monday morning tight end and Chief Concerns our Wednesday show will be back up next week too. So JD will be handling that. He'll be holding down the fort here. But, I want to apologize because I set these schedules for the show, and I by accidentally set it for last night at 8:15. I know there was a lot of people who were in the chat last night. I'm seeing our guy G-Pick here saying that there were a lot of people who were in last night. So I apologize for that. That was my bad. I feel like you guys should know by now whether every Wednesday we do the show, not Tuesday night. But again, my apologies there, G-Pick. I don't apologize. Yeah. I don't want you guys waiting around forever, and make you guys wait 10 minutes sometimes or 20 minutes sometimes on the Wednesday nights to start this thing. But I apologize on that. That's my bad. But guys, training camp starts in a week, and today and yesterday, pretty newsy, pretty heavy news stuff. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. So I'm excited about the episode today. I am kind of, with a heavy heart, I am kind of sad about one guy in particular we're going to talk about tonight. I would call him a Chief Concerns favorite. I would say it's a Chief Concerns favorite guy that we're going to talk about tonight when JD gets on here. I was pretty sad. I was really sad. You guys probably know who I'm talking about, and we're going to talk about him in a little bit here. But I'm going to do a little JD action. I'm going to go through the chat, see who is on as before we start this show. So yeah, guys. Justin Blackwell, gotta get the hair correct. A little bit. Had a busy day today running around before getting all packed up, ready to go for the cruise that I'm going on tomorrow. But yeah, had to get the hair correct. You guys know me well. I've been sitting here for 24 hours. What? You just had it on your tab for 24 hours? I appreciate that. I'm one of those guys. I'm very selective of what I keep open on my tabs, and for us to be among that for you, I'm really pleased and happy to hear that about time. Justin Blackwell, my guy. Stu Thompson, what's up, buddy? What's up, guys? Made to Alive. Thank you for being on tonight. Of course, always, every Monday and every Wednesday night in the offseason, Chief Concerns is your spot to come to. So, heck yeah, you know it. And then, obviously, when the season starts, which we got a fun announcement coming up here in a few weeks, guys. We got a new sponsor to the show. Not going to make the announcement yet. We're going to wait till when that contract actually begins in a couple weeks. So you guys will be happy to hear that one as well. Justin is a training camp legend. Damn right he is. Justyn Ross, we're going to talk about him. If you're a Justyn Rosser, like myself and many of you guys on here, today was a sad day. Today was a really sad day. Yeah, dedication. You know it, buddy. What else do we have in the chat tonight? Greg Rose. See you guys. Last week I made the announcement to send in your videos, send in your clips of why you like Chief Concerns, 15 to 20 seconds. Greg Rose, this guy sends me 4 different takes. He's like, you choose whichever one you want. He had all of them were great, Greg Rose. So Greg Rose sent him in. He's the only one so far that sent him in. So guys, you really want to make this video the most chief concernastic and chief concernastic, I want to see you guys send in your videos so we can make a nice video, kind of highlighting, showcasing everybody. Justin Blackwood kept squinting my eyes to see if it would change the sky more. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that was kind of one of my first comments was, I can't believe, he's cutting nuts Sky more. But I did learn that Justyn Ross did apparently request it last week. So that does change some things. I mean, maybe he goes to Jacksonville and, hooks up with this guy, Trevor Lawrence, T-Law. Maybe they could cook something up down there. I know everyone said that about Cornell Powell and that he didn't go to Jacksonville. He ended up going to the UFL. So that didn't happen for him. But nonetheless, wish Justyn Ross well. But we're going to talk about him tonight. So, yeah. Rich Cooper, yeah. Justin Bagwell, Rich Cooper. You guys are having a good time tonight. Love it. Love it. Love what I got. It's thunderstorm here, so I can't wait to get out of this. It's been, I don't know about you guys, but on the East Coast, it's been raining almost every day for the last 2 weeks. I'm kind of tired of it. So, making my way to Bermuda, get out of this. Just get out of this crap hole. Linda Hunter, what's going on? Linda, Sasha, of course, Witchy Hall. The usual suspects are in here tonight. I got Nathaniel Walker. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, buddy. So, yeah, Dylan Hilton, I guess this is this morning. What happened? How come y'all didn't have your show? See, this is when I knew I messed up. When I go into it, I'm like, oh, no, we had some chat comments here from last night. What the heck? So, yeah, I saw that. GPA expects rain here. Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal. The rain's been too much this year. Too much. Not a fan. Del Monte Green Beans in the house. What's up, buddy? So, I will say that over the last 2 days, it's been pretty action-packed, right? So you had the Justyn Ross news hit yesterday or today. And then yesterday you had the Trey Smith news, which was huge, which just right by the buzzer, man. Buzzer beater for our guy Brett Veach to come in and get that deal done. And what's interesting was that Pretty Ricky account, that some guy who is not an insider, but I guess he predicted this back in February. Pretty much, I got it on the nose of how much, 23 a year or whatever. He got it pretty much on the nose. And then he reported today that George Karlaftis is a priority for the Chiefs now. But yesterday, newly ESPN reporter Nate Taylor, our guy, former Athletic guy, Nate Taylor reported that the Chiefs are now eyeing Trent McDuffie. So I don't know if it's conflicting reports, but it obviously shows they want to get both guys done. That's if you give any credence to this Pretty Ricky guy, this Pretty Ricky reporter. So I thought that was interesting to hear. I'll take Nate Taylor's word first when it comes to Trent McDuffie, and then we go into the aspect of George Karlaftis. So I mean, I like seeing it from the standpoint of they want to get these things done, and they have priorities, and I got to respect that. Which Pretty Ricky's been scary accurate for being under the radar as to who he really is. Yeah, he was. Was it last year? I think he was one of the ones that said that there was we had a deal done with L'Jarius Sneed with the Colts. I mean, he was AFC North or AFC South, so he was in the right direction there. But I think he said Colts was the guy we were going to go with, or that was the team we were going to go with to trade L'Jarius Sneed. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, he's been pretty well. Again, if you kind of just know football, if you know things, sometimes you can kind of piecemeal stuff together. But I mean, for him to get 23 on the nose, I thought that was pretty good for a good call. That was in February, late February. She'd be Pretty Ricky from R&B Group. Yep. Pretty Ricky, yes, was also R&B Group. Yep, as well. So there you go. Sasha, knocking these contracts out alleviates distractions 100%. And I think they kind of learned that with the whole Chris Jones thing. So the fact that Beach is making this a priority and getting these things done, that tells you a lot of how Brett Veach wants to kind of tackle these things. And also too, the youth aspect of it. Creed Humphrey's young, Trey Smith's young, the Josh Smith Jalen Moore duo. Both those guys were young. Even Jawan Taylor's young too. So the entire line. Kingsley, left guard, second year, young. So the youth movement on the O-line, they're keeping that intact. And obviously keeping guys around, right? And you have familiarity, continuity between Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey. So for the next 4 years, man, we are locked and loaded, at least on the center right guard spot. And, of course, we all think Josh Simmons is going to be the guy. So we're going to be locked in on the left side, too. And also on top of that, if Kingsley can give me a little bit of Alec Reddy, just give me a little Alec Reddy, I'll be happy with that. I think we all be happy with that. And Alec Reddy came in, stepped in admirably during the Super Bowl. Just not Caliendo. More Alec Reddy, less caliendo. If Kingsley can do that for us, I'll be very happy. Very happy. Greg Ross, anyone know if Snead healed up? I don't know. Last I saw, he was going through the whole like that criminal thing going on there with like the shootings or whatever. But as far as health wise, I think he's okay. I think he's all good to go. But I mean that knee injury kind of stuck with him last year, and they had a shortened season. So for those of you who said, "Oh man, we should have kept Snead over Jones," well, and knee injury lingered with him. So not the best, especially for a cornerback. But again, we have a youth movement in that DB room. I would say cornerback room is probably our strongest position right now. So gotta love what Myrtle Beach has done in that position. And we're going to go live out to our guy, Jason Dunn in Mexico. And of course, another night, another beautiful background for our guy, JD. What's going on, JD? How are you, buddy?
Marcus, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? How's it going? How you doing? You know?
Doing great, man. I see you getting your vacation on. I got to get my vacation on starting tomorrow. So we're going to be two peas in a pod here soon.
Oh, man. Look, I think we need a vacation, Marcus. I've had such a lovely time down here the entire time. It's just been absolutely gorgeous and exquisite down here. The people's been great. The people that's been helping us get this thing put together, it's just been incredible, insane. I'm looking at one right here, and Liz saying, Liz, come say hi real quick to everybody. All right.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Liz. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. So Liz here is at the property. She does a wonderful job, kind of a concierge. She is the manager. She takes care of us and manages everything as far as our schedules and whatnot. We can't do anything without Liz. Liz takes control of it all. So thank you, Liz. I appreciate it. Love you so much for all of it. But yeah, man, what's going on in the kingdom? Hope I always got to start this, Marcus. Let me say what's up to everybody who's here, man. Let me see who's all in the chat tonight, man. Who's all coming on here to Chief Concerns and the family. Wow, what's going on, Hannah? Good to see you, Hannah. Samuel Lofton. Good to see you, Samuel. Also, Justin Blackwell. JD's in witness protection, man. I'm down here, man. No, don't tell nobody. Okay, Justin. Everybody ain't supposed to know that. DeMonte Green Beans, what's going on, my guy? Good to see you, my brother. G Pick is here in the house. Lonnie Pyramid as well. Don Peterson. Don, what's up, brother? Hope everything's going well for you, brother. Good to see you on here tonight, man. It's going to be some good conversations. Greg Rose, what's up, Greg? Sasha's here in the house. Good to see Sasha here. Witchy is here. Witchy all. Thank you, Liz, for taking care of our guy, JD. I'm telling you, her, Fernanda, the entire resort and things here, man, they do a tremendous job. So, yeah, they are family. Melly Matrix, good to see you, Melly Matrix, out here. Rich Cooper, my guy. What's up, Rich? Here in Iowa, too. What's going down? So, so y'all been talking a little bit. Stu Thompson's here in the house. About time. Woo, Stu. Man, about time is here. About time. You got to be sipping on something good, man. Okay? We having a good conversation tonight. You just can't be sitting there not having nothing in your hand. So I know you got something there. So Linda Hunter is here. So Samuel Lofton, hey, man, next time, man, you got to come on with me. Come on down here, too, man. Beautiful people down here. So Nathaniel Walker, good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Good to see you. Gary Holland as well. Dylan Hilton is here. Good to see you. So, oh, man, conceded a little bit. Look, it's hot. I had to get out of Kentucky. Kentucky was hot. And so we get down here every year. It's like an annual trip. My brother Charles and his wife Trish. We've had John and his wife, LaShare, and family friends always come down, and we enjoy ourselves down here, man. So it's time for us to kind of get away and just to, relax a little bit, love on each other, like family does, Marcus. And so, yeah, like you said, you're going on your trip soon. So, go enjoy family. That's what it's all about, brother. Go enjoy family. So appreciate it, Nathaniel. He said, looks good down here. So where's your little drink with the umbrella in it? I ain't got no umbrella in it, but here's my little sip. All right, and there's nothing alcoholic. I can't do it like I used to. I just can't, and I'm not trying to. Believe me, I'm not. So this is just a little bit of some watermelon with some water, with some lime and lemon in it, and a little bit of some mint as well. Very refreshing. Very refreshing.
Very healthy stuff there.
Yeah. So good. Pono. So when are you Hawaii bound? Actually, Pono, I'm coming out there next year.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a trip out there, Pono. So we're going to the Big Island. So that's where we'll be.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
you guys are changing up a little bit.
Yeah, change it up, man. So that this was kind of we've talked about this trip to Hawaii for quite some time. So I'm going with hopefully my daughters are down there. So, that's what it is now, brother. But so what's going on, man, in Chiefs Kingdom? Anything happening? Any news been going on?
Any news? This is the first episode we've had in a couple of weeks where there's actually validity, some good stuff to talk about with the not talking about people's podcasts, none of this stuff. We're talking just straight up news today, JD. So we'll begin kind of a little gut punch, I would say, for me at least. And I know some people in Chiefs Kingdom would say as well. But we'll begin today with some new news. It's the end of an era. Justyn Ross is no longer a Kansas City Chief. According to Tom Pelissero, Justyn Ross asked for his release last week, and the Chiefs granted it today. And after 4 seasons, Kansas City, the one-time Clemson star, gets a fresh start elsewhere. JD, last year he didn't make the active roster. He was a waiver. He came back to the practice squad. Never got claimed by anybody, but now he's off. We talk about certain body types the Chiefs like, and Justyn Ross really wasn't that type of body that the Chiefs really look at. What do you make of Justyn Ross going elsewhere and asking to be cut? What does that tell you about the wide receiver room?
What does it tell me about the wide receiver room? I mean, I think the guy wants to go somewhere and have a chance to compete. I think that's what it tells me a little bit about him, more so than anything else. Obviously, we know that the wide receiver room is very deep with talent. And so I think Justyn Ross, what he did recognize is that with the talent that we have in the wide receiver room, the likely chance of him actually getting out there to play and contributing was going to be a very slim chance. And you're talking about, man, you're trying to go against Xavier Worthy. You're trying to go against Hollywood Brown. You're trying to go Rashid Rice. They just went ahead and got a guy, Jalen in Royals. And so there's some things for him to sit there and kind of take, and reflect a little bit, take stock in. Hey, man, look, I've been sitting over here on practice squad. Y'all said y'all wanted to use me. Hasn't quite happened. So I'm going to ask for my release. So I didn't know this, just hearing about it. But if a guy's betting on himself, I mean, that's what you do. And so sometimes the frustration comes in, and maybe he'll have a chance to make it somewhere else. So, we wish him well, just like any player, man. You got to put your money on yourself. Bet on yourself. If you know that you can play, we know Justyn Ross has definitely has some ability to make plays. We know that. Big receiver, big-time receiver at Clemson, had a medical coming in. Chiefs took a gamble on him, and it just didn't pan out like thought it was going to be. So that's what it is, man. But Justyn Ross, for your time here, appreciate you, brother. And hopefully, man, this road that you're trying to lay down now will work out for you. So that's it.
Yeah, it's one of those mysteries to me. Like, I know we like the smaller type fast receivers, and you and I always wanted a jump ball guy. We thought Josh Gordon was going to be that. We thought Justyn Ross had a chance to be that. And for a little bit there, he was starting to get into the offense a couple of years ago, and then he had that like off the field issue with his partner, and then that was kind of it for him. He kind of hit a wall and like plateau there. He never really got the chance again. I think he came up big in that Minnesota Vikings game, had a really nice grab. Then after that was it. We never really heard from him again. Six career catches in regular season games for us.
Yeah. And sometimes it how it works. You just look. We like you said, we've said this before. The Chiefs have a body type. They do. They have a MO that they play with, guys that they want, especially that's going to be able to come in and eat off of what we do offensively. And so throwing a big body receiver like him, throwing the ball up to him, we thought that was going to be it. We thought that was going to be part of their repertoire. Somebody was going to go ahead and put into the playbook saying, let's get this guy some reps. And like you said, the one that put in Minnesota, him just doing a little bit of that That was pretty much the extent of it, So, it's a shame. It's a shame, but like you said, this is what the NFL is, and if he has a chance and opportunity to go somewhere else and go play and compete, then so be it. So be it, man. That's the way it works in the NFL. I mean, I'm gonna tell you this, because everything he's taken with him, every little thing that teams know about him, he still's gonna have to take the medical with him. They're going to hear from the Chiefs about who this guy is and how does he work, who does he fit into your offenses. That's all part of the whole process. It really is. So, okay, man. Hey, Marcus, we've been trying to talk this guy up for a number of seasons to try to get in there, get in the chance and opportunity. And everybody blew up and, Justyn Ross catches one hand catch, basket catch, and he's going to be the next thing. And okay, well, hey, this is how the NFL works. I told you, I said, man, for him to stay on a team, they're going to do more than just that. So, I think some people had a little problem with, me saying that, but I'm being real, man, because I know the league. I've been in the league for a long time. I know what it takes. So.
And we were embarking on Justyn Ross season. I mean, Justyn Ross season is a week away, and that's when it begins. The hype train where everyone's like, oh man, are the Chiefs going to finally utilize this guy? And like I was getting excited for the Justyn Ross highlights from training camp, and now we're not going to get that. Brett Veach robbed us of that. He really robbed us of some more Justyn Ross training camp material.
And when you put on Brett Veach and Robert
Robbed me at least. I love seeing the Justyn Ross highlights because what he does. It's so pretty the way he catches the ball. A tall, lengthy guy like that. Just seeing him snag the ball, and because we don't really have anybody else in the room who does. It looks like that. Well, they have Brownlee, the new dude that they got from I think Western Mississippi. Also the Jets. So he's another tall guy. So like maybe he can be some of what we thought Justyn Ross was going to be. Just it's unfortunate. He had the injury in college, the spinal injury. It's pretty lucky that he was even able to play again. And so even in that alone, he got to kind of continue his football career with the Chiefs. And who knows where that goes next. But for me, it's like he was waived at the end of the season last year when roster cutdown happened. No other team claimed him, came back to our practice squad. So it's like, is another team going to give him a shot? Who knows?
Yeah, well, like you said, now all of a sudden we have some other people that fit the mold of that guy. So, and again, this, we have an affinity for certain guys to get on teams to make it, and you push for them, and you're rooting for the guys to be there. But the way this business works, sometimes teams just move on from guys. They just do. And it's all about the competition. It's all about the productivity. It's all about how you carry yourself, all those different things that encompasses who this guy is and what he means to the team and what he's going to bring to the squad. So I just, for a former player like myself, it takes that and then some to stick with certain teams. Some guys get more chances than others. There's just more opportunities. That's how it works, man. It's how it works. And so Justyn Ross, like I said, man, I wish the guy well. I do. I wish him well. He overcame the whole medical thing to come out here to try to come play and give his all. So I'm not going to disparage him for any of the things that him not getting out there on the field. Sometimes it just didn't work out, Marcus. Right? Sometimes your relationship it happens. It didn't work, and so sometimes you might see the pretty gal across the street, and you want a quarter, and you get to talking to her, and it seems like it's going somewhere, and all of a sudden you get thrown in the friend zone. And so, you're like, dang, God. So sometimes you got to move up the street, man, or block over. That's how it works.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But Justyn Ross, we wish him well. We'll be rooting for him. We won't be talking about him anymore, though, unless he comes back. You never know. We see guys come back all the time. Stanley Mooney.
Justin Michael said everyone looks like a Hall of Famer playing against there. Yeah, you're supposed to catch football. You're supposed to do things like that, And shoot, when the pads come on, And I think he did a good job. I mean, they kept him around. So they did see something in it. They seen the talent in it. But we know that. We heard also, too, Connor. He was talking about the things. And we're like, man, there's some things he does that the other guys in the room can't do. But, we just chose not to utilize it, for that. That's what we weren't geared toward, doing those things. So.
Yeah, and we saw the reports from a bunch of local journalist guys who were at the training camp saying, like, we saw that there was constant lapses in the playbook, alignment and stuff. So that was just something that happened, and Andy, and I think it was during the Jacksonville Jaguars preseason game where he was visibly pissed off that he had to call a timeout because Justyn was in the wrong spot. You saw him kind of yell at him a little bit on the sideline during one of the preseason games. So you saw that kind of come to fruition last year. But yeah, that happens. I mean, and also it just tells you from last year to this year, it's a really talented wide receiver room. So it just tells you how much depth we have in that room. So,
yeah, and the thing is, he was struggling to get on the field with a less talented group, if you will. It wasn't so crowded with the type of talent we have on it now, and he was having a hard time. Now, yeah, he was like, I know the frustration came out. So sure.
Yeah. He was like, let me cut my losses. Let me go find another spot. Stanley Mooney, with Ross gone, we have an open spot in the 90-man roster before camp. Who or what position do we look for, JD? What position do you think they add with that open spot?
I mean, you should. I mean, before camp, I mean, they can go grab anybody. I don't know. You got a ton of wide receivers out there. You got a ton of corners that's out there playing now. Shoot, I don't even know. Heck, they might go grab another kicker. You don't know.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, so.
This would be definitely a camp body. We're talking about a 90 guy. This is a camp body type of situation here, like a week before.
Yeah, unless they think they invest in a guy they think really has a chance in the shot, right? And just like, hey, man, we didn't know he was going to be available, and all of a sudden you get this guy. But yeah, it could absolutely be, a camp body, right?
Yep.
But they want guys to compete. They do. So.
Yeah. Someone's having a good time down there.
Hold on. Y'all see it? Let me show y'all something. This guy just proposed to his girl.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
That's
awesome.
I lied. Hey, congratulations. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
There you go.
Yes, that's awesome.
Love is in the air, baby. Love is in the air.
Love is in the air. Yeah. So we find love and success other places. So, bad to talk about Justyn Ross, but then we find something beautiful like this. I
was about to say my heart's broken because it's Justyn Ross, but at least he's happy, that guy over there.
Hey, man, this man right here is happy for sure. Justyn Ross he's gonna find his right. He's gonna court somebody else too, man. So
we'll see.
This is it. Yeah, it's a foreshadow for Justyn Ross to find his new wife or bride or whatever that may be. So, hey,
so
congratulations. That's wonderful.
That is wonderful. So for bad news for Justyn Ross, let's go over to some good news, JD, that broke yesterday, right before the deadline. Snuck it in by the bell, saved by the bell. The Chiefs locked up one of their most important pieces in the trenches, and that is our guy Trey Smith. Signed a massive 4-year deal, $94 million extension, $70 million guaranteed, making him the highest guard in NFL history. So, JD, let's kind of just break this down. What does Trey Smith mean to this offensive line? And is he worth this price tag? Because right now I'm seeing so many Chiefs fans who are kind of pissed off about him getting signed for this deal. And just overall, you were on a team that had continuity on the offensive line for a good amount of years. Just talk about having that continuity on the offensive line between Creed and Trey Smith and how valuable that is for Patrick Mahomes.
They signed Trey Smith?
Trey, you've been on vacation. You missed it altogether.
What? Oh, they got it done. Nah, I'm just playing. Mess with y'all. You know I do. What does this mean? Listen, hey, congratulations to Trey getting his contract. The man's been playing his tail off. He's watched everybody around him get paid. And so for him to go and set the market the way that he just did, and the Chiefs reward him for the hard work and effort he's put in protecting Patrick, it serves us well. We know that at least for us as an offensive line or offensive unit, this solidifies the at least Trey being a part of the system, continuity of players around that, and so that is something that we, not just me, but we have been looking for, right? We just lost Joe Tooney. We've seen that. This past year, the O-line struggled a little bit. We've seen that Super Bowl. And so what we did is we started shoring up, getting guys in, new guys. And one of the things that we did is we went and got Jalen Moore. We got a first-round pick in Josh Simmons. But one thing that we needed to do is we needed to take care of the guys. We needed to take care of the guys that were here, that was already in the building. Trey Smith was one of them. And so when you got a guy like this, for the price that you said, like Rich Caboose got it by Chief 4 years with him, then you did a masterful job. Trey Smith, like one of those guys with Creed Humphrey beside him, you needed to have somebody that you knew was going to be an enforcer for him. So that's yeah, man. No, it works for us. Absolutely works for us. So
I'm seeing a comment here. This is kind of what I wanted to get at, JD. It's this kind of comments from a lot of people on Twitter. I saw this one guy who was upset at me being happy about the Trey Smith signing online. It was like, well, what was his pass blocking grades? It wasn't good. He's not a good pass blocker. And then I'm seeing stuff like this. Pepe Trey isn't even close to the best guard. I'm sorry, but no. What are your thoughts on it? Because I'm seeing a lot of people saying no one should be paying a guard the money that he's getting paid. What are your thoughts on that?
Here's my thoughts on that. Real talk. Okay. True, straight from the heart. Okay. It was a hefty price tag to sign Trey Smith for this deal. Okay. He's the highest paid guard, set the market. That's what they did. The Chiefs felt like you do it now, get it invested, so you don't have to wait till later or after the season where it might cost more and Trey might have to walk. They didn't want to see him hit the market. Trey had some issues last year, but it wasn't just Trey alone. This was, I think, the entire offensive line. I think they'll tell you that too. There's no question about it. And so we evaluated this. Every time I give a grade out, Marcus, we grade the show. We grade every game. Okay, we've been doing that ever since we got on the show. And so there was times that Trey played well, and there's some times that he didn't show at least to be the top guy. But I think for the Chiefs, they took a chance and invested in Trey Smith because why? Because Trey is a hard worker. Trey is a guy that doesn't force. Trey is a guy that's been somebody that gives you continuity on the offensive line. I think they had him rated like the 15th best guard in the league. I think it's what he had. His pass blocking was down at I forget what it was, like 65 or something. It's not the top. It wasn't the top. But I think it's something that he can get better. He can grow at, right? Joe Tooney, the guy that we did get rid of, was one of the top guards in the league. We know that, okay? But Joe Tooney was a lot older than Trey Smith. So what they invested in was not a guy that is just not getting better, but also too he's a younger guard. And they thought, listen, instead of us sitting over here trying to look for a guy to replace Trey or something like that, let's go ahead and sign Trey right now. Let's go ahead and make this money. This money is going to go long for us. So we need to go ahead and get this thing done, right? So we're sitting over here thinking about who we're going to have at left guard. That's been one of the things everybody talks about on the show. And so we're still trying to figure those things out. We think it's going to be King Suma. So the thing is, if Trey leaves, okay, we didn't sign him, who do we have at right guard? Who's going to be that guy? So I'm telling you, they look at all the things in the room. They look at, in the league for the things that they have. And so for me, I'm sitting over saying that we need to understand that the Chiefs are doing the most practical thing, but also to what they're doing, they're making sure that Patrick Mahomes is going to be protected with guys that he knows, okay, that know the entire system. So that's the deal.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like we talked about this, right? We didn't know how much they were going to pay him, but once they got rid of Joe Tooney, we knew, okay, that means they are going to pay Trey Smith. I don't know when it's going to be, whether it's going to be this year or they're going to wait until next year. But like you can't get rid of two of your starting guards when your whole focus is to upgrade the line. So by keeping Trey, you have the camaraderie, you have the continuity between him and Creed Humphrey. So you have those two kind of stalwarts on the right, on the center right spot. And now you just you hope that job pans out. So that's kind of where where the head's at right now with it. But yeah, and to your point about Trey Smith, he was a 65.7 pass block according to PFF last year, 65.7, and he was 19th.
Which
he was 19th overall. His overall grade.
So that look, and you know how we are. PFF is one of those things that guys, how they measure and how they grade for guys to be whatever they are, right? And I think they do a pretty decent job of it. They look at all the different parameters that they do at it. But my eyes myself, and we talked about this on the show on some of the things and issues that he had. Okay, so hey man, we got him here. The Chiefs made that investment. They made an investment. So there's nothing we could do about it. So people would be upset and maybe not think this. The Chiefs thought it was an important deal to get this thing done, right? So we can have our opinion about anything, whatever we want to do. But it's the Chiefs' money. They like what Trey gives, and I think I agree with him. He's a great guy. He's a great guard, and they felt like it was necessary to get him here. So my thing is this: there's more to just that. He gives a lot to the room as well, and so that's kind of where we are, man. It's kind of where we are. I apologize for the signal. I know everybody's texting me like, my family, like, hey man, we got bad signal. So I apologize. I see you kind of going in and out, man. So
you're good, man. You're good. We can hear you clearly. We can hear you clearly.
Okay. All right, good. So, but that's it. I think that's really, Marcus. When you look at these things, that's how you have to look at it. That's how teams are looking at it, right? Who do you have to fill that position? Are they going to be just as good as Trey Smith or better? They felt like nobody was in the building that was doing that. They didn't feel like they needed to go out somewhere and search for somebody. For whatever reason, they made this decision. They made it. So what? And I'll say this. So here's the reality too. And teams and fans, they do have a demand. They demand when a guy gets paid this type of money, they want to see the production of that money come to fruition. They want to make sure that he's worth that money, right? And so there's nothing wrong to say, hey man, Patrick Mahomes should be able to go back there, man, and order burgers and fries, and nobody should lay a hand on it. That's what we want to be able to see for that much, right? That's how it works. And so when somebody gets paid that type of money, you want to see the results of it. And Trey understands that fully. He understands it fully. So that's what I think about it, man. There's no doubt about it, brother. He's going to put in the work and the effort to get there, and he's just going to continue to get better. But yeah, hey man, guys are getting paid like that. Whether it was, Joe Tooney, who we had at left tackle, Creed Humphrey got paid. Trey is there now. He just got his check. And so we looking at Jawan Taylor also too. You expect with that type of money investment in there, Patrick, his jersey should be absolutely clean as a whistle, right? It shouldn't have a mark on it, not one. That's what's expected of it. So that's That's what I'm gonna say with that, man. So, but look, man, congratulations for Trey for getting that. Congratulations to it. Good for him.
Again, it's not our money, so I'm happy the players, especially a guy who's playing on a 6-round contract. I mean, what was it, 4 years? I think he made $6 million over 4 years or something like that for a 6-round contract. Really happy that he finally got paid his due because he was playing way above that 6-round grade. And I also read too from some of the salary cap experts, from over the cap guys. They said they think that Trey Smith actually left a lot of money on the table. He thinks that he could have probably hit them over the head even more so. In order to not sign the deal and just wait until next offseason and then sign a blank check somewhere else, like a Carolina type team. So, he's kind of taken, if that is true, he's kind of taking the Travis Kelce route and the Patrick Mahomes route where, I could hit this team over the head, but you know what? I want to stay in this organization, so I'm going to take a friendlier deal than I could have gotten. So he's still getting paid a lot of money, but nonetheless, he could have gotten paid more. So we'll take that. And, of course, he's young, too. So some of these guys who are ahead of him on those rankings, those are guys who have been around a lot longer than him. He's still a young buck in as far as NFL years. So he's got a chance to continue to grow and be an elite pass-blocking guard. He's one of the elite run-blocking guards. And I know we don't run the ball enough, but, again, maybe that's something they want to commit to a little bit more this year by keeping him
Hey,
around.
that's fair point. Fair point. We understand that he's a road grader. He is. He is an absolute road grader. Justin Blackwell says, and I think I made this point, but let's emphasize this. He means more also, too, for the type of person he is that he brings in. What he means to the community. And we've seen the things he's been able to do. Justin said how everyone forgetting when Trey comforted a kid during the parade. I don't think nobody forgot. Giving him the belt to calm him down, that was at least $20 million of that. That's a good-hearted man. I would expect good-hearted men to do that anyway, right? And so it's hard to put a price tag on that, but I feel where you're coming from. That is character. That is what character is, right? And so sometimes you do invest in that, Marcus. You really do. Good character guys. You need those things, especially on the Chiefs. The Chiefs expect that. It is about community. It's about family. It is about what you show to everybody else. That's the depth of it. That's the depth. So,
yeah, and keeping good character guys, that's a big part of everything. They kept Bolton around this past offseason. Now you're keeping Trey Smith in. Now they might be keeping another guy in town, JD. So with Trey Smith's contract done, according to ESPN, and congratulations to Nate Taylor, who went from The Athletic to now he's at ESPN. He was on the TV, the big screen yesterday. So congratulations to Nate Taylor, The Athletics. Nate Taylor taking over the Adam Teicher role at ESPN. But he reported yesterday that the Chiefs are now going to shift their focus to signing Trent McDuffie to a long-term deal. And this comes as Sauce Gardner and the Jets agreed on a 4-year, $120.4 million deal, averaging about $30.1 million a year, making him the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL. So this deal kind of sets the market for McDuffie negotiations. JD, with Sauce setting that new bar, how do you think the Chiefs should approach McDuffie's deal? And does his skill set, versatility, and playoff resume justify a contract within that same ballpark as a Sauce Gardner?
Oh, man. I tell you what, how much time? 43, 50. I want to talk about this, okay? But what I want to do, let me move to a different spot. I'm going to try to find a better signal, okay, to talk about this, all right? I think it's important to speak about this, especially after Trey got his money. Okay. So, see real quick. Okay, give me a couple minutes. All right, I'll hit you right back. All right.
Okay. All right, so JD is going to find out a good spot. I mean, we heard him pretty clearly, so it was good. So never know any when you don't have a lapse in audio, you can film wherever in Timbuktu. Audio is the key, honestly. But yeah, JD is going to go find a spot while we wait for him. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat here. Brother Rick, appreciate the contribution, my man. So Brother Rick says, it wouldn't surprise me if Trey's contract is set up to get extensions to clear cap space in the future. I mean, that's the kind of way they've done it, right? They did with Tooney. Tooney signed that initial big deal, and then they've kind of set it. They set that up, and he extended and brought in more cash and kind of restructured a little bit. So, yeah, 100%. And if Trey Smith is following in the footsteps of guys who aren't breaking the bank, I'm not saying he didn't break the bank. He made a lot of money, but the salary cap experts from over the cap are saying that he could have got a lot more money. So, and seeing that, it's like, okay, maybe he's taking the more Travis Kelce, Joe Tooney approach as far as, being more of a guy who wants to contribute and, not take the most he can get. So, kudos to Trey Smith on that, and appreciate the contribution, brother Rick. Really appreciate that, buddy. Greg Rose, love seeing Trey's interview. Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, you gotta love it. The guy just wants to win. The guy's happy to be in Kansas City, and you gotta love guys who want to stay in Kansas City, all for the right reasons too, not just the money reasons, but also the guy's a family there, and the guy is winning there as well. So you gotta love that. Who else? Otto Brown, I can say yes to the pass rush is doing their job. Oh, we're talking about the McDuffie thing, which we're going to get into. Yeah, Stanley Mooney. Anyone catch Trey talking to his dad for the signing? That was awesome. That was a really cool moment. Yeah, really cool moment. Which saw that reel. Got me in the feels. Yep, I think everyone did, honestly. Everyone was, pancakes for everyone. You know what? If you didn't go to IHOP yesterday or your local breakfast spot, you didn't do yourself justice yesterday. I think everyone needs some pancakes in order to celebrate the Trey Smith contract. It's the way to do it. Go spend some money at a local breakfast spot, get some pancakes in order to really commemorate and celebrate Trey Smith getting that record-breaking deal that he did yesterday. So, yeah. Janae Rains, I need to eat me pancakes for breakfast. Hey, pancakes for me. I love pancakes, but that's more of like a special occasion thing for me. I'm not doing pancakes all the time. Maybe back in my prime, my youthful prime, I could have done pancakes every day. But no, now it's becomes like a dessert now. Like, oh, you want to go to IHOP like on a random Saturday? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get some pancakes. Gotta love that. Wishy Hall, butter and syrup for everyone. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Come in. I will say I had last time I had pancakes, I had like the Lucky Charms like pancakes. I think they were doing some special thing at the IHOP, and they made Lucky Charms. They put like the Lucky Charms marshmallows. I know I'm a kid, but they put the Lucky Charms marshmallows within the pancake pattern. Let me tell you, it's pretty dang good. It was pretty dang good. Samuel Lofton, I'm more of a waffle guy myself. I like waffles too. Can't go wrong with some waffles, some Eggos. Whip you up some Eggo waffles, man. Call it a day. Give me some scrambled eggs and Eggo waffles. Oh yeah, baby. I'm all in on that. Greg Rose going to get his wife to whip up some pancakes right now. Heck yeah, that's the spirit. I need to be doing that. I need to be doing that as well. Justin Black, better when it's cold outside. Pancakes when it's cold outside? Yeah, I think that pancakes for me, for some reason, I don't know, pancakes, it's synonymous with fall for me. So that's more, I think I like pumpkin pancakes the most of any type of pancakes. So I think that would be probably more my jam in the fall. Get some pancakes in the fall, specifically pumpkin pancakes. Pumpkin pancakes and some butter pecan syrup. Woo-wee. Now we're talking. I don't know how we always get into food on this channel. We always do. It's football and food. Maybe that was that Uber Eats commercial. They kind of talk about it being food being connected to football. I love that. I think JD is ready. He's got a spot, I think. Let's see. I think he might be ready. French toast. Yeah, I'm a French toast guys too. Yeah, count me in for that. Pumpkin spice pancakes are fire. They are pretty dang good. Sammy Lofton always making me hungry. Yeah, I know. We try on this channel. We try. We need a food sponsor, so we can toss to that because it'd be perfect for this channel. JD's not ready yet. I think he's ready. JD, you ready? All right, JD's ready. He's got a spot. Hey, there he is.
Hey. Maybe it's a little bit better. I don't know. So
a little bit.
All right,
your audio is still beautiful, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, thank you.
So Jay, we got to a little conversation about pancakes while you were gone and getting set up. But yeah, I was saying everyone should have celebrated yesterday with pancakes for Trey Smith getting his new contract. But let's talk about this. Okay, much better. We can see your face now, JD. So yeah, it's much better.
Okay, all right.
So Trent McDuffie. Does Trent McDuffie, that's kind of the short of it, does Trent McDuffie deserve anywhere near the ballpark of Sauce Gardner's contract? And can the Chiefs even afford to do that?
Does he deserve it?
Is he in the same tier as Sauce Gardner? I guess is more the question there. Is he in the same tier as Sauce Gardner to demand that kind of money that Sauce Gardner got?
I mean, Trent McDuffie's a shutdown corner. He is. So he's one of the top corners in the league. I don't think anybody some people may argue the point. I think he is. The question is, do the Chiefs want to pay that? That's the question. You know, I mean, is somebody worth that type of money? Somebody's worth what they're willing to get paid, what teams are willing to pay them. That's how that works, Marcus. It works in every industry. It's all about what somebody pays you. You got to know where your worth is. You have to. And so if Trey feels like he can go out with Sauce Gardner and what he's been doing, yeah, go ahead and say it. I would say this. Trent McDuffie has been one of our guys that has been shut down, their best receiver year in, year out since he's been here. He has. Do the Chiefs have it in the kitty to give it to him? That's the question. That really is the question. So he's definitely one of the top corners in the league. No question about it. So you could sit there and say, hey, you know what, where Trey was rated and all of this and stuff like that. There's no doubt when you look at corners in the league, Trey McDuffie is right up there as one of the top ones. And they've known it. Do I think Sauce Gardner is worth $30 million? I don't think Sauce is worth $30 million. I don't. But guess what? Teams paid him that. So how can I get upset at what teams are paying him? I'm like, okay. Shoot, good for the other guys. For me, I'm always on the side of players getting paid. Okay, hey, get your money. Why? Because what we said in the in the program a couple of weeks ago, we was talking about there was collusion by NFL owners not to give guys guaranteed contracts, and that part of it was coming from our own NFLPA or somebody in the in the front office, and we still trying to get those things under wraps, man. I've been talking to a few guys about all this coming down. So owners, they don't want to pay guys. They don't. But for guys sitting over getting pay that type of money, if they can make it, go ahead, man, make it. By all means, get it. I don't think Joe Burrow is worth $50-something million. I don't think a whole lot of these guys are worth the type of money they make it. I don't. But hey, guess what? They getting paid that. So they feel the worth. The money is going up in the league every single year. And so if a guy gets that type of money, give it to him. If he can make it, take it. Take it. So I just think, at a certain point, the markets are just going to balloon so much that they almost have to be a bust, right? That's what happens, right? You get a balloon and the bubbles and something happens. They had to do that with the rookie contracts when, who was it? The guy. Bradford, right. Big Bradford was making $60 million a year and hadn't thrown a daggone out route, getting $60 million as a rookie. And so what had happened, that he was making more money than guys that have been in the league. Then what's the name of the safety up there for, with the Steelers, Pomalalu. Troy. And they were saying that like something's wrong with this picture. Something is absolutely wrong with it. But because the money is going up every single year, the owners are getting so much more money than everybody else. They're not opening up the books to know exactly how much money they're getting. They're charging a fan so much money to get into the stadium. Okay, they're shafting you guys. I just want to say it. Okay, how much it costs to get to the stadium, how much to park, how much to get your kid a hot dog or some nachos. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And see, what you do see is you see a lot of the discrepancy in guys getting paid. There's that, right? The same in this is microcosm of society in itself. And you start seeing this balloon, like, oh man, is this guy that much more worth than this other guy? They just taking advantage of the market. It's capitalism, brother. That's what this is.
It's the name of the game. But yeah, so I'm all for players getting as much money as possible. It's not my money. It's not the fans' money. Just let these guys get paid. The owners make a lot. But what I do love about this, right, is that Trey Smith gets his deal done right in the wee hours right before the deadline. And then the report right after that is that they want to go and get Trey McDuffie done. And then a report came out today from this source called Pretty Ricky. He's a guy who no one knows where he's getting his information. He called Trey Smith getting that deal done back in February. He had the exact amount of years on that, or money per year on that. And he's called some other stuff too. But he said that apparently the Chiefs are trying to get George Karlaftis done as well. What does this tell you that
he's been wrong on a couple things though too?
He's also been wrong a couple of things. Yes, yeah. That's why I didn't post his thing as a story tonight. I wanted to make it more about Nate Taylor's report on McDuffie, but in general, the fact that we want to go and kind of get Trey Smith, and now it's all signs point to us trying to get it done with Trey McDuffie. What does that tell you about Brett Veach's commitment to trying to keep the talent in house?
I mean, if you want to win championships, that's what you do. You got to go with the core group of guys that got you there. Core group of guys that you know you can rely on. Trent McDuffie is a guy that you can rely on. You know you can take your money to the bank. You know you can, right? If you need somebody to shut this guy down, stop Jamar Chase. Guess what? Put deuce on him. That's what you do, okay? And let him go chest to chest with this guy, and he's going to step up. He's going to make that happen. We've seen it, all right? The proof is in the pudding. So when we sit there and we talk about guys and obviously their abilities, okay, the guys – is he capable of doing those things, right? That Trent McDuffie, absolutely. You give him the best receiver, he's gonna be able to play tough with it, toe to toe. We know this. So I just, for me, man, we sit there, we have these conversations about guys getting paid. I'm not mad guys getting paid, man. Hey, like I said, hey, you out there, teams want to pay you, absolutely. Sometimes I get upset when sometimes guys ask for money and they won't give them peanuts. They won't give them scrap. Somebody said over here, I think it was Justin Blackwell said that the players are just catching up with the owners. That race is done. You'll never catch up with them jokers, how much they making money. Hey, that's a race we ain't not going to win, okay? So get it while you can. I just the disparity, I think, in some of the pay with some guys is what I'm looking at, okay? And I'm going to say this too, Marcus, as a former player, when I see older guys, even guys my era, but so older guys that laid the groundwork for this thing in the road, those guys need to be taken care of. These guys are signing these big contracts and whatnot. I think, NFL, PA needs to do a much better job to make sure those guys are getting taken care of, man, for their benefits and whatnot. So I should never see a former player suffering for anything. Not at all. And so it's the job of those guys that are benefiting from the type of work and the effort and time they put in for these guys to make the money that they're making right now. And so sometimes it does take that respect. It takes that acknowledgement to say, hey, look, man, I'm benefiting off of this, making this big money. But when I'm sitting over and I'm looking at somebody coming into the locker room and he's on, using a walker or, he's some other things going on, those guys got to make the point to make sure those guys are getting paid or being taken care of, because those are, like I said, those guys are the one that put in the groundwork, man. They put in the hard work to get there. Not saying the guys that do it out on the field, but for sure, when I'm sitting over looking at who do you want to say? Joe Montana, whatever he made. He's not making anything where Joe Burrow and those guys are making. Nowhere near it. I'm sure at the time because that's what the market was, but absolutely, positively, Joe Montana would be making that type of money. Joe Burrow and those guys are making, and he jokers ain't even as talented as some of them guys. So,
yeah, forget about the wear and tear that some of those guys had to deal with. I mean, man,
yes, sir, man. So let me get off my soapbox for that, man. But that's true. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna tell the truth, man. I'm gonna tell the truth. And hopefully those guys hear that and understand it. And some guys do. Some guys do. Some guys might not know who some of the former players are. Like, I don't care. But that's a different conversation for a different time.
Yeah, that's just knowing the history of the game more so than anything else.
Yes, sir.
But I will say, for being, I'm not gonna have you say anything on this, JD. But as a fan, to see what we saw back in some of the old days, maybe during the Carl Pearson days, during the Scott Pioli days, where GMs weren't paying; they were letting talent walk out the door, not paying the price tag for some of these guys. And to see that now the Chiefs are doing that year in and year out, paying up, amping up, and paying these guys the money instead of letting them walk out the door, instead of being, a cheap org. We are making sure and doing that. And I gotta say, I gotta love it, because in some of the years past, we've seen guys walk out the door like, man, why do we pay him? And now we're not letting that happen. We're pretty much keeping everybody in house, and you gotta love that.
Well, but also too, we're not. We let Snead walk. We let Tyreek Hill walk. We let guys walk too now, Marcus. Okay.
Being very selective, yeah.
Yeah, those guys already helped too, and they like, hey man, appreciate it. Shook their hand and slapped them on the back and pushed them out the door. Appreciate it. Gave them a boot. Thank you. You know, gave them a hand sandwich and told them, go ahead and kick rocks. So moving on.
Yeah,
and it can happen too, because and we'll take it a step further, right? Because people make this point as well when they talk about Brett Veach. Talking about he's a cornerback savant, right? He knows how to draft guys at the position. And so we're always looking for him to always bring in talent at that position because he knows who the guys are. Well, do you constantly rely on the draft to bring the guy that you need to stop a Jamar Chase or, a CD Lamb or whoever it may be, one of your top receivers? Do you always bring that guy in? Are you hoping you're gonna hit the lottery? Oh man, please let that be somebody can stop this guy. If not, man, that sucker's gonna have 200. He's gonna hang up 200 on you. Okay, about 3 tubs. You can't do that. You can't win that way. So it's always a question: do you pay the money? Oh, you just got to find that out, man. So
yeah, I guess what more I'm saying, yeah, some guys he's not gonna keep everybody, right? But I'll say like from Creed Humphrey, highest paid center. Mahomes, highest paid quarterback. Trey Smith, highest paid guard. Like, so he's paying the top money to keep these guys, and that's just something that you don't see all the time. Where pretty much one team is the highest paying in almost every position. I think that's going a long way. I'll say, yeah, you didn't. Yeah, I'm saying Frank Clark, Hutch, or Honey Badger. Yeah, we didn't keep those guys around, but nonetheless, we're resetting markets with a lot of these guys that we are keeping. And Bolton, too, is a top guy in the linebacker spot, too. So they are anting up big time when it comes to it.
Yeah, they are. And the thing is that it costs, it needs to pay off. And what we're doing is we're mortgaging that Patrick Mahomes, while he's here, is going to win more Super Bowls. And how do you do that? You protect 15. That's the priority. That is the priority. So you make sure that's taken care of first and foremost, right? So what happened to us in the Super Bowl? We didn't have no protection for PM15. Well, heck, we didn't run the football like we should have, And then, of course, Patrick back there, dancing around trying to throw the football, trying to do more than what he needed to do because he's getting pressure. So they felt like this is a necessary step, right? Yeah. So, Marcus, it's a give and take. We know this. It's a give and take, brother. That's what it is. But they feel like this money is money well spent. It's invested in the right way. And so we'll know because the proof is going to have to be in the pudding. But just time will tell. Time will tell. But I said that, man, hey, when that joker comes back in the locker room after the game, his jersey needs to be spotless.
Untouched.
Yes, sir.
Untouched. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, that's going to be one of the things. All these guys are getting paid a lot of money, but they're going to be now with a lot of money comes more responsibility. So these guys are going to be heavily scrutinized. So Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey, big time expectations for them this year to getting paid the money they are getting paid.
But these are big boys. They wear the big boy pants. They ain't worried about that. They up for the task, man. Creed and Trey, they up for it. Okay, if 2 guys, have the fortitude, the mindset, the passion to get those things done. Creed and Trey are those 2 guys to do it, man. So.
Ray, 028, good comment here. Damn if you do pay them, damn if you don't. There's going to be people on either side. Like, oh, you paid them too much money. Oh, you let them walk out the door. There's always going to be too much. There's always going to be somebody on either side of that whole thing. But yeah, it's good. It's a good point.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact, Jack.
All right. So, JD, this will be the last time we see each other until after training camp begins. So, we Monday the 28th, we'll be back together again. But next week is going to be your show. But before we get to training camp, JD, and if you guys are tuning in for the first time, JD's nickname is Dunnstradamus because if you look through everything, and I can just go back as far as our draft this past year, JD called a lot of stuff in that draft, i.e. being our Josh Simmons pick and a few other guys within that draft. But JD is Dunnstradamus, so he predicts a lot of stuff. So, JD, looking ahead to the future, training camp starting next week. Mm-hmm. By the time you get to training camp and after the first few days of training camp, what do you think will be kind of the storylines coming out of training camp from our offense? If you had to predict something that's going to be a lot on a tweet to a lot of reporters. Oh, this guy's doing well, or we're seeing this from somebody. What do you think is going to be talked about on the offensive side of things?
On the offensive side, or just overall? Offensive side, I think.
Offensive side, yeah, offensive side.
Offensive side, obviously, is going to be the receivers and pushing the ball down the field. And we need to see a whole lot of that coming in. So when they're not doing that, Sammy Loftus says, "Run the ball, please." We need to see that too. So we just invest a lot of money going back to that into the offensive line, man. We need to see guys hitting their head on the goalpost. And so I think, man, to be honest with you, Travis Kelce being out there.
Get him, Charles. Get him.
Yeah, Marcus, yeah. What's going on, man?
Not too much, man. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Just had some dinner, man. I'm just passing through, man. You know, from Georgia.
My big brother Charles, y'all. My big brother Charles.
That's 2 days in a row you've gotten them.
Yeah. Richie says, "Hi, you, Charles." Yeah.
Hey, man, y'all doing a good job, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you,
Love
brother.
you, man.
Love you too, brother. Love you,
Charles.
All right, Marcus. Take care, man.
Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, you too. Likewise, my man.
GP.
Tell your brother I said hello.
Will do. I will do.
Okay.
I'm gonna see him tomorrow. We're going on vacation tomorrow. I'm seeing him, so I'll let him know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man.
So Richie says, "Hi, you, Charles," and then Loftus say, "Hey, Charles." G-Pick said, "Yo, Charles." So everybody.
All right, man. See you, Marcus.
See you, Charles.
All right.
It got me again.
I do it, man.
Oh man. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness.
We love it. We love the Charles cameo. We love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I love my family, man. I love my brothers. Oh my goodness. So yeah, man. So, but yeah, offensively, I think that's what we're gonna be looking at. As far as how that's going to look at, it's going to bear out. But we also want to see, Marcus. We want to see a little bit of a tempo in what we do offensively. We want to see that tempo, right? Travis Kelce, okay, coming in. Is he going to stay? Is he not going to stay? They're going to keep asking those questions probably during camp. I know he tried to put it to bed. Hey, how's he looking? How is he looking in those things? And so I think that's it. And then we had to look at also to the running backs. The running backs, who's going to come out there and be the guy, right? Is the young guy coming in? We're going to give him a chance and a shot to do some things. So it's going to be some. Go ahead.
Well, I agree with you on the running backs standpoint. Kind of everything what you said. I'm just adding to it, really. But yeah, I want to see who's the lead guy when they go out there and do first team. Is it Green? Pacheco? Is there a little mix and mash between the two of them? Is there going to be a little bit of rotation between the two guys with the first team with the ones offense between Hunt and Pacheco? I'll be looking at that. Yeah, I definitely want to see how Eli Mitchell and Brashard Smith, how that kind of battle goes. But also with the tempo, I want to see the verticality. I want to see us push the ball downfield. I want to see how true everything they've been talking about this whole offseason. Oh, we want to push it deep. We want to push it deep. I want to see that during this week. I want to see that's what everyone's talking about this week. And Xavier Worthy, sophomore year, I want to see how much more his role increases with having Rashee Rice back and Hollywood Brown back. So those are things I'm looking at.
Yeah, and I think that's really what everybody else is looking for too, right? We want to see them air it out. We want to see how it's going to, Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's coming into camp in shape. Tad older than obviously Pacheco, but does he still got it? Is he a guy that we can go in and hand the ball off to? Sure, I think we can. He looked fit last year, just coming off the couch up here in Cleveland. So now he's got a whole offseason to get himself back together. So I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see it. But like you said, man, it's getting positive yards down the field is going to be what we're looking for, right? We had to, Marcus. So.
Yeah, you got to keep the defense honest because, when you don't have that deep ball there, no one's scared of the deep ball anymore. So, and honestly, it's a shame that no one's scared of it, but, they've been talking about it all year. They talked about it last offseason, but everybody got hurt. So now it's okay. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's back. Let's see them push the ball downfield.
So, okay, not only that, but we have an answer for 7 guys in coverage. We better have some answers for that because we're going to see a whole lot of that too this year. So we're going to have a contingency plan. And so we're going to trick them. We're going to do some things that we may not normally do. We had to get out of doing the MO that we usually like, oh, okay, we still going to push it down the field. Okay, yeah, but hey, put 7 out there. How are you going to make the windows? What do you create to get guys open? How do you get the guys underneath? And, 5 yards, giving it to them may not do it. We need to see some dig routes, maybe some comebacks on the outside. We maybe some back shoulder throws. A little bit more of that, Marcus, is what I want to see as an offensive player. That's what I'm going to see, because those things are hard to defend. It don't matter what you do with a guy. Okay, I don't care if you got $30 million Sauce Gardner out there, but Trent McDuffie, whoever it is, it's hard to defend a back shoulder throw to a guy. Okay, especially with some speed, and he knows what's coming out. He knows what's coming out. So yeah.
Yeah, Pepe Trey says that they actually had a real play action. It would help the teams. We don't run the ball. Yeah, I mean that's what they get the running game in there, and they get some play action that makes sense. Because you and I talk about it a lot during the season where we'll do play action. It's like, dude, no one's scared of the run at all. I don't think we ran the ball. We're doing play actions.
Philly sat back and said, "We dare you to run it. We want you to run it." Guess what? We didn't give it to them. They knew it. They ain't gonna run the ball. We know this. So you have to run it down their throats. And I guarantee, man, we better put some pressure on defenses to come out and actually hit people dead in their mouth. Okay? So we got the guys up front. We got the enforcers. We got a tag team in the wrestling up there, right? Cree and Trey Smith. I mean, it's the Road Warriors. Them suckers like them, the Moon Dogs. Those jokers right there need to go out there and go eat. They need to go eat. So, yeah, baby.
Do you think we'll see behind the back Mahomes highlight during practice, JD?
Say it again, my brother.
Do you will see a behind the back Mahomes pass during the first week of training camp?
Shoot, like you see like water bottles. That's for sure. That's a fact. You might have something else behind it. So yeah, that's expected.
So yeah, everyone's kind of in the same boat as far as seeing the running game being opened up. But I mean, you won't see it the first week because not really pads. First week you'll see the passing game more so than anything else. At least the first few practices. Yeah,
you will. There's no pads, right? And when you don't have any pads, you can run the football, but you're not going to really get the fits that you want.
Yeah,
and real game time style of play, the physicality of it.
Just thud and wrap up.
That's it, man. That button up and tagging off. Shoot, you can do too much of that, man. Sometimes you just gotta, load up, strap your chin strap on, and let them know, man, it's gonna be a heavy day today.
Yeah,
the guys don't mind that. Guys do not mind it.
But yeah, those first few practices are going to be very interesting to see with the whole wide receiver battle. I mean, it's 7-on-7 out there, so you guys dropping balls 7-on-7. Okay, well, all right, now you're going to get the old notepad.
Yeah.
So going to
kind of. Go ahead. I was going to say, man, have my brother coming up here. We just kind of just talk a little bit about like when training camp comes up. Like the time going to the league, man, and just kind of talking to them and them having that experience kind of with me, man. It brings back a lot of memories. It really does. From the time it's just, having that hard days in camp. They're coming. They will be here. And I can't wait to see it, man. So it's a family atmosphere. I hope everybody makes it up there to camp. Go up there and go see them. You get a chance and opportunity, man. Guys love it. It's always a great time. I'm trying to find myself up there, man. But like I said, man, it's all about family, man. Like my brother Charles, my brother John, his wife Trish, the share. My sweetie, Susan's here, and she's on the chat as well, looking at this. She's the one that was texting me over and over again. You got a bad signal. You got a bad signal. You got a bad signal.
Susan, she's a producer in her. She's a producer.
She's on me. Yeah. And so we got Shine, Tashima down here as well, man. So we got a family down here, a good football team, a good group of people. I take these people out here on the football field. We whoop everybody. We won it. So we won volleyball. I don't know if y'all see this last on Monday, but we won in volleyball too. Pool volleyball.
Wow. I heard you talking about them about playing volleyball with the other people in the resort.
Just a quick shout out, man, to first Mark and Andrew who came on the show on Monday, did an amazing job. But shout out to the Dunn family for coming out and bringing a victory today from at the pool. Yeah, so
Team Dunn, baby, Team Dunn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so move to the other side of the ball, JD. So we talked about offense, what you expect to see as far as storylines from offensively. What storylines do you expect to see defensively coming out of the first week of training camp?
I think it's your regular stuff, right? You got a ton of DBs. Who's going to be the guy? Who's going to make it? Who's talking? Who's going to be the second guy? That's what we're trying to solidify, Marcus. We don't quite know who that guy is going to be. We got guys in here. We pay some money. You have Fulton in here. Okay. It's Joshua Williams. Is he talking about, being somebody? Okay. We're talking about also too Jalen. Is he going to come back and be the guy he was from the injury? Right. And we got some young guys that are here to compete. But Noah Williams, for instance, how's he going to be? How's he going to fit in? We got some guys that play both, nickel back, dime, and safety. Where they going to fit in? I got Nazi out there, right? Jamari Collins. Is Cook going to take over Justin Reed, what he had to show out there? So we talking about all these different narratives out there at camp. How's it going to look? And our D-line. What is our D-line going to do? Right? What is our D-line going to do? Are they going to go eat? That's it. LA Matrix, D-line getting pressure. Yes, sir. 2 relying on blitzes. I agree with you, LA Matrix. 2 relying on blitzes. And guess what? We got Chris. We got Chris Jones some help. We got some help. And we're looking at guys that was here to come out here and absolutely tear it up. Charles Minhu, he's back healthy. Charles will come out there. He's going to give him some help. He's going to make a whole lot of sacks. He's going to make a whole lot of plays, right? We've been looking for FAU. What is he going to do? Everybody was talking about Trent McDuffie getting paid. They talking about George Kalafia. How is he going to get paid? What's his bottom dollar going to be? And so we got all these different narratives going into camp, man. But my main thing is, are we going to be able to generate pressure without the blitz? That's a solid question. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So my big thing, kind of to that point, kind of know John Marshall. That's what one thing I'd be very curious to see who's going to be the starting D line when you're going out there. His question here to our listening audience: who starts next to Jones? Is the D line set? Is Dana a starter? It's Omenahu, right? Any rookie slide in there? D line depth for me is what I'm looking at. That who do you think is going to be the starting guys out there? Who's next to Jones?
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. To me, I don't think it matters who's going to be a starter as who's going to be more productive. Because a guy could start, but you need guys to just produce. It's going to be a rotation. The thing is, because of the depth that we have, Noah John, that's what we're looking for more so than anybody just penciling in it as a starter, right? Who's going to be more effective? Because if you come in and you give in 25 snaps and you wearing everybody out, that's where your name needs to show up. Needs to show up on the stat sheet. So, yeah, he started, but hey man, he might not finish the game. He might not get the most snaps. So who's going to be the one to produce him? That's what I'm looking for. And so what we needed, Marcus, was this rotation of guys. I think we finally got it. Pernell is there. We understand that. We got Norman Lott, new guy. Ashton Gelati, he's there. Needed to get him on the show. We talked to him, but hopefully get him up here on the show too. They talking about Leo Chanel. Linebackers too is going to be key. So they do their job up front. Let the linebackers flow and let them go get it. So there's some really good talent, man, defensively, man, I want to see. And guess what? That defense that's going against our offense is going to give them everything. They're going to give them hell. They're going to give them everything they're looking for. Believe me. They're going to get a test. They're going to test them out. So this is going to be a fun camp, man, just for the competition in itself, because everybody wants to be great. Everybody wants to be good. A team that's been successful for the number of years that they have been, all they're doing is sharpening each other up for this. So.
And it always gets a little chippy too between the offense and defense. Maybe not the first 2 days, but at least going forward.
That's what it is, man. You can't help it. You got to do it. Yeah. So Rob Miller asked this question. He says, Marcus and JD, can you agree with me on this statement? There's no more excuses for this offense not to be top 5 this year and beyond. It's time to get back to the defense. I agree with you. You got the guys to be top 5. We do. I say we have the best quarterback in the league. We have the best tight end in the league. We have the best receiving core in the league. We should be top 5. We got capable running backs in the league that can be top 10 running backs in the league too. We just paid our offensive line a boatload of money. There's no excuse. Zero excuses, Rob. I do agree. Just keep it short like that. I agree.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think the defense kept us in many, many games the last few years. It's time for the offense to give back a little bit. And, I think it's time. So it's a partnership. So let's get 50-50 going. We need offense needs to pick up their slack a little bit.
Yeah. Cole Keller said, I wouldn't mind to see the Chiefs negotiate extensions with both McDuffie and Kalafis at the same time. If that's possible. Beach takes care of one, Clark Hanks care of another. All that's Clark's money. So he's either going to take it from underneath the mattress or the bank. So it don't matter. It's all coming out of Clark's pocket. So,
hey, Clark, you still want to be able to all those prime time games once you pay you have to keep the talent in the house. Buddy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shoot, Clark. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go to our final topic here. This is a topic about the UDFAs, and we've had a few of these guys on our show this past off season. So, JD, if you had a bet on one undrafted free agent or late round pick to make the most noise during training camp, who you're guessing will be a training camp hero from the UDFA crew?
You got a list?
Not in front of me. Let me see. UDFA Chiefs. Well, Major and Jimmy Holiday are two of them.
We love Major and Jimmy. We love them.
We do love them.
Been on the show, man. Shoot. Major was speaking that, man.
All right, so the list. So Elijah Badger, Jake Brandstool, safety Will Brooks, Dalton Cooper, Jacoby Covington, Eddie Triplicki, Mac Delana, Brandon George, Keziah Izzard, Kevin Knowles, Justin Lockhart. I don't think he's on the team anymore. Glennon Miller, Issa Pohl, Melvin Smith, Trey Watson, Elijah Young, Major Williams, and Jimmy Holiday.
All right, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with my guy that I called to, who was going to be, to me, the most surprising guy that didn't get drafted, Jake Brandstool. Pure and simple. I cannot wait to see him up there at camp, and he going. I'm telling you, man, he gonna trick some guys up. Seriously, you're gonna see exactly how good he is, and I cannot wait. That's my guy I'm looking for. That's him. And then of course Major, right? I'm pushing for Major, man, coming from out of here. So from Kentucky, smaller schools and stuff, I'm pushing for him. But I'm pushing for all the guys to make it, man. But Jake Brandstool, for a fact, I want to see what he does up in camp, man. Everybody's gonna be shocked and surprised. So just get your popcorn ready, man. Get your popcorn ready. So some really good draft up there.
So JD thinks Brandstool is bringing the pain this training camp. So you gotta love that.
Yeah.
I'll say this: the guy that I'm going with, obviously Major, of course, is Major and Jimmy are guys we're going to be rooting for, whether it's in Kansas City or elsewhere. We're going to be rooting for them. Hopefully, both those guys tear it up during training camp. So that's first and foremost. But the guy that I think, and this is one going back to obviously Elijah Badger, I'm hopeful that he can do something from Florida. But the guy I'm going with, not the sexiest, it's a punter. I'm going Eddie Triplicki. I'm going our Ray Guy Award winner.
Triplicki. Boy, I tell you what, man, that is surprising. Triplicki must be a bad boy, man. Eddie Triplicki. I love the name. Triplicki. Come on, Triplicki. What you doing?
He can kick you.
Get the kick.
I just think that based on Ariza last year, I know Ariza, we were, we thought he was going to be awesome just based on what he did, the punt guy, the nickname, how great he was at college. It was kind of underwhelming. I don't know if our expectations were a little too high for him coming in, taking over after Townsend. but came in. There's way too many touchbacks last year. Chaplicki is not doing that based on what he did in college. Didn't do that at all. Great guy, award winner for a reason. And I think a lot of people are maybe surprised that the punt guy might be at risk of losing his job. And I think Chaplicki actually has a real shot of making this team. So I think that's going to be of the battles. I think that guy, I think he's putting him on notice, to be quite honest with you.
Well, you need for me being a special teams coach, you need a guy to be, ice in his veins. He better not be shaking than Don Knotts. We were talking about Don Knotts. He better not be shaking than Don Knotts out there. It's a different setting now. Everything is counted. You're getting paid more money. Chaplicki, he's talking about taking somebody's job. You better come and walk the walk. That's what you need to do. So that's going to be a good competition. It will be a good competition, man. All Chiefs up. What's up, man? Slid in here. What's up, brothers? Good to see y'all, man. Chiefs Wade, Will Brooks, safety, and Justin Lockhart, wide receiver, back in early May. Love the Brinks 2 pick, no doubt about it, my brothers. We'll go Brandon George and Dalton Cooper. Ooh, okay. Evan Smith has a small shot, too. All right. Yeah. What's up? All Chiefs up. My guys coming into the house. Good to see y'all in the building, brothers. Good to see you.
They're big Brandon George guys, yeah.
Yeah. All good. All good.
And I gave Chaplicki on their show when I was on there a couple of weeks ago. I gave Chaplicki some love on their show as well.
Did you? Chaplicki? Linda Hunter, check his gun in the West. Yeah, Linda Hunter, you remember Don Knotts? That sucker boy. I think he put a gun out one time and it all fell apart. I was like, yo, this is fucking.
But no John Marshall's with me on this one. Frankly, there's a punter competition. I think it raises the underdog USC punter of the year coming in. And his name's Eddie. And his name's Eddie Chaplicki. No, John Marshall. You get his name right, buddy.
Chaplicki. Love y'all. Great
Appreciate
work. Love you too, man. Yeah. Listen, man, y'all got to holler at me. Y'all right there in the state of Kentucky, man. There's no reason we ain't got together yet. None. So let's make that happen sometime, somewhere, some point. All right. Good to see y'all, brothers. So
I want Chaplicki to be good just because that name is amazing. Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
It's a good name.
Out here, Eddie Chaplicki. I want to hear this announcer saying his name.
All right. So the UDFAs, man. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. We have a lot of talented guys. I know the All Chiefs have guys even mentioned Brandon George and some other guys on there. I mean, they really went hard with the UDFA group and all those guys from Major, all these dudes to Jake Brandstool. It's going to be really interesting to watch this kind of play out because I think a lot of these guys have a shot to make the squad, honestly.
Yeah. The way I look at it, shoot, if you coming in camp, man, everybody has a chance. Legitimate shot. There's certain guys they're not getting rid of. And that's just the way it goes. But everybody else, hey, you better be on your A game. You better be on your A game. Because, look, I've seen guys that you thought was going to make it. Bring your playbook. We'll see you later. And I tell you what, man, training camp, a lot of things that go on during that time. A lot of things going on. So it brings back a lot of memories. Brother. So I can't wait.
Do you remember the last week before training camp? Like, would you go on vacation the last week before training camp or no? How would you spend the last week before training camp?
Different ways. Yeah, for sure. Probably vacation. My kids doing different things like that. Trying to get in as much as possible because once you're in camp, you there. They know, coming back. So, and if you did, then you didn't want to be that guy. You didn't want to come back and see like, what are you doing out? Like, hey, the cheese gave me a break. Yeah. You won't shoot. You won't be on that conversation. But no, I would, spend time with family, kind of get my head right, just make mentally that I was prepared, focused, trying to get into shape at last minute, trying to push to get into shape because you knew you had to run and your conditioning test. And Dickie V wasn't playing around, man. He had you run that conditioning test.
Sir.
Yeah. So all those things, Marcus, because then you're in it. You know that you're there. So this is the time, man, more so than anything else, man, to kind of just get your mental prepared in it. So it's different now, training camp. It is. It's different. They don't hit as much as we hit, which is great. So they have a different way they're doing it, and I love every part of it. I do, and it's good because it's good for the fans as well. The fans enjoy it, so you have more guys just kind of available to see, go out there and catch balls, make it this big entertainment type of deal. I was sitting there talking, man, having a conversation with my brothers. We were talking about when Greg Wesley planted Randy Moss underneath the bleachers up there in training camp in Mankato.
The brawl
for about 15 minutes. And I tell you, G. West laid Randy Moss out, laid him out. Peter jumped and said, y'all get him. And we fought, throwing people left to right. Boy, it was the days. It was the days. That's when Brock Lesnar got picked up and got thrown around.
I remember.
Yeah. So, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Shout out to our guys, all chiefed up. The $10 contribution just to support y'all. Have a good evening. Coffee's on us. Appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate it, my guys. Appreciate y'all brothers. All right. We got to hook up again and collaborate. Getting back to it. So,
Jason Tarbox, appreciate the contribution, man. I'll just take the bacon. Appreciate you, buddy.
Jay, appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, man, for sure. JD, give us a crazy Dick Vermeil training camp story. Oh, man. Training, crazy one. So I let me see. Man, there's so many. I'm trying to think of one that kind of stands out. I can't tell that one. I was gonna say something. I can't tell that one. To my head like immediately. I'm just like, nah, that ain't gonna be good. I'm trying to think of somebody, because we used to have like the like the talent shows and all of that for guys that would get I don't want to say you getting hazed, but you get teased a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something, man. See, now I'm drawing a blank, but I know ones that come up in my mind immediately, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't tell those. But
Is there any funny special teams ones where like he would like roast a kicker for missing a kick at during training camp? Like one of the ones like a story of like a kicker if he hits a kick, you guys are leaving practice a little earlier.
Oh man, yeah. You get this one, man. We get to leave out a little bit, okay? So get on up. And I forgot who it was. I tell you, Dick Vermeil hates kickers. He does. First special teams coach hates them. Like that's all you had to do is kick the football. That's it. That's all we pay you to do. And if a guy missed it, oh my gosh, it would be hell to pay. He would give them the business. And I was just like, dang, God, he is laying in on these guys. And that's how he was. That's how he was, man. But, I mean, Coach Vermeil, for everything, man, I need to call Coach to see how he's doing. Him and Al kind of came to my mind. I need to check out them, see how they doing, man. Just show them some love, saying, what's up, man? OJD seeing how everybody's doing it, man. So
they're good dudes.
We have another dudes. Yeah, absolutely. We'll have another one. So yeah, man, we have another story. But Marcus, listen, my brother, I want you to have a wonderful trip. I know this is, like you said, until we get to see each other again. Be safe out there on the water. 28th, man. 28th. It's a ways away. So I want you to have a wonderful trip. Everybody, if y'all are traveling up to training camp, y'all be safe. Enjoy yourself out there. Take it all in. This is a great era in Chiefs football, and it's all about the entertainment. It's all about those guys, just having a good time and support them and celebrate it. And that's what we need to do with our team. And so, like you said, if you with them or not, as far as the contract, hey man, listen, these guys are playing for you guys. They're trying to bring another championship here, and I think they have a chance to do it this year, the next year, and after that. So we keep the good group of guys here, core group of guys. We're gonna be fine. But we got some fire, man. If y'all ain't heard it anywhere else, you hear it from JD first. We have fire on both sides of the football. That is a fact. Offensive line, defensive line, secondary, wide receivers, running back, linebackers, special teams. We got it. Tight ends, you name it. We have it. So these guys are going to put on a show, man. You're going to enjoy watching the Chiefs this year. So, I think everybody can rest easy. So I don't want to see nobody nibbling on their fingernails. Ain't nothing to be nervous about. These guys are going to make it happen, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Marcus, like I said, man, hey, look, enjoy your trip over there, man. I'm going to get back. I don't know if y'all hear the music. So we got something happening over here on the property, man. Getting with some people. I don't know. There's a show out here tonight. But
Come enjoy yourself, man. Come enjoy it.
I am enjoy my time, enjoy my family. Listen, love you guys. I appreciate y'all coming in, checking on it. I will be on Chief Concerns next week. It'll be JD doing the interviews, talking to you guys. So I can't wait. Okay, holding it down for me and Marcus. Probably have some guests though. We're gonna have some guys come out there, man, and chop it up a little bit. Okay. I've already talked to a few dudes about a few things. So hey, this is gonna be good time. Some training camp stuff. So
awesome.
But yeah, listen, man, y'all take care. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming out here, checking us out. All the guys that the contribution, all chiefed up. Shout out to you guys and everybody else out here. Noah John.
Shout out G-Pick.
G-Pick, my brother. Appreciate you, man. All of you all. We love you all dearly. Thank you so much for all your support. With that being said, with you all, love you. Take care, Pepe Atreides. Appreciate it, Greg Rose, Sammy Lofton. Appreciate you, my guy, Noah John Marshall, Don Peterson. Good seeing you out here, my brother. Sammy Lofton, Jason Tarbox. Thank you, my brother. Andrea Chanel. Thank you so much, Andrea. Rob Miller, my guy. I smell a fifth like Marty heading to KC next fair. Me too. Well said. Demetrio Spence, what's going down, Demetrio? Good to see you on here. Tato Free, Justin Blackwell, G-Pick, like I said before, Ray 028. Let me see who else we got on here. I said Greg Rose, I think. If not, I'll say it again. Cole Keller. Appreciate it, Cole, for being on here. I see I got Andre, who was on here, Andrew, who was on here on Monday. Probably see him out here, man. Great people out here. All cheaped up. Already gave you the shout, man. Appreciate you guys always. Hope to see y'all soon. Let me see. Who else we got on? Everybody wants to rule the world. That's what they're playing. Yeah, Joe E. Appreciate it. Andrew Pearson. That's Andrew sitting there saying.
That's Andrew from the other day?
Yeah. That's Andrew. Yeah, him and his father. Yeah, Mark. Linda Hunter, appreciate you so much. Can y'all hear it? About time. Good to see you, man. Let me see. Gary Holland. Crystal Lee, what's going on? Jay Dunn, you got to go to camp so you can tell 71 Johnson that drafted in the Chiefs. I will tell him that. I will definitely go in, give him a big hug, say, man, glad to see you here, brother. Glad to see you here. Melly Matrix, my brother, good to see you coming in. Giving you Lonnie Pyramid here as well. Let me see who else we had here, man. Nice chat tonight, man. Nice chat. Appreciate it. Rich Cooper, Gary Holland, Casey Colossus, my guy, Nana Sherry. Nana, appreciate you. Appreciate you like always, Nana. Justin Blackwell. Nathaniel Walker, my guy. Let me see who else we got in here, man. Somebody, Ebony and Ivory. That's what they were saying with Trey and Creed. That's funny.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. I know. Janae Reigns. Good to see you, Janae. Janae. Oh, let me see. Got a lot of people. Oh, man. Jason Tarbox gave me some money. Thank you for the contribution, Jason, for that, too. Hannah was here. Kathy Welch was here. Names, haven't seen y'all in a while. Well, y'all have been in. I haven't said it, so I'm saying to y'all ladies, good to see you all as well. I said Pepe Atreides, Sasha, of course. Sasha, good always seeing you. Del Monte Green Beans, my guy. Trade View. Good to see you, Trade View. Let me see who's. Man, I think it's it. Listen, you know how it is. If I didn't get to say your name, I appreciate you so much for coming in. Thank you for just spending your time with us. Yuck Food Tube 2. I'm the Brand was here as well. Dylan Hip. Dylan Hip, we didn't have a show yesterday. It was supposed to be Monday and Wednesdays.
Yeah, I messed up when I scheduled it. I scheduled it for last night, Tuesday at 8:15, but I didn't.
Right.
Yeah, but apparently a lot of people went to the chat last night during it.
Oh, awesome. Man, y'all get notification that it's coming on. Good. That's good. Y'all check it out. Appreciate it. Love y'all for that. Hippie Cypriot. All right. Marcus, make sure you get y'all all together. Bradley Sexton, thank you, sir. Let me see. Who else you got in here? Man, I think it's it. Stanley Mooney. I think it's look, like I said, man, if I get to say y'all name, man, listen, I love y'all all the way down here from Mexico. Listen, y'all take care of each other, love each other the way you're supposed to. That's how we're supposed to be. That's what our heart is supposed to be. Marcus, I see you, my brother. I love you. Y'all take care. God bless. I will see y'all on Monday. All right?
Love you too, guys. Love you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Have a good rest of your trip.
Yes, sir. I'm giving them the guns, baby. Get them out of here.
Give it to them, baby.
We in the house, baby. We are here in the house. So see y'all later, man. Y'all take care. Love y'all guys. All right.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.